Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for our webinar with Robin Samora, PR and marketing expert. Um, Robin is going to be also doing a webinar on June 17th. Our next in the series is how to apply for a marketing grant in Massachusetts. The information is already up on our website. So if you go to greaterlynchamber.com, you can register for that and be on the lookout because we will start promoting that via email, social media, all of that. So if you have questions for Robin throughout the presentation, please leave them in the chat. We will be following up afterwards with the recorded video in case you want to share that with anyone who wasn't able to make it. And we'll also be sending out a PDF of the presentation that Robin is showing us today. So take it away, Robin. Thank you.
And thank you for having me, Christine. I'm a new member of the Lynn Chamber of Commerce. I was a while ago, and I'm really excited to be back and to share with you 7 ways to stretch your marketing budget, because it is super important no matter what kind of business. If you're a startup, if you're been in business 5 years, if you're revamping your business, depending on what you want to do with your business, grow your business, whatever it is, you need marketing strategies. And I am a firm believer that you absolutely don't need to break the bank. You don't need $1 million. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's webinar. So I'd love for you to, if you have questions, put them in the chat box, and we can go from there. So let's see how this works. Hopefully this will go down. Here we go. 7 ways to stretch your marketing budget, which is what we're going to talk about today. It will also involve some PR strategies, free PR strategies, and free publicity strategies. So stay tuned. And again, take notes. And I'm always available for questions. And also, if you guys are interested, I can send you the PDF after this is over, as well as Christine is going to post the video for you. So here we have our guy, Mr. Branson. He is the ultimate entrepreneur, right? But I love, what I wanted to share with this screen is I love the cup. Why do I love the cup? I love the cup because it's about the Pareto Principle. The Pareto Principle pretty much is the 80-20 rule. Nobody is perfect. No one is a perfect marketer. No one is a perfect wife, husband, mother, child, whatever. 80-20. 80-20 is what we want to strive for, because you can never be perfect at anything. So I'd like to suggest, if we can use some of these strategies to market your business, promote your brand, or meet your goals, we'll be in good shape, because there is no absolutely perfect. A little bit about me. I write a top 40 small business marketing blog. And this year, I've also been a top 20 public speaking blog, which is great. I write about public speaking as well, because it's one terrific way to get free publicity, get leads, become a brand authority, and also build an email list. Speaking does a lot of great things, and so does marketing. So the two tie together. And this is my blog. You can sign up for my blog. I have newsletters that go out every week, actually mini articles that go out. Love to have you join me as a Robin's Rainmaker. I also have a weekly marketing podcast called the Fast Marketing Minute, which actually started out as a daily Alexa skill. So you know how you can ask Alexa something. Well, what I did was I created copy for every day of the week, actually recorded them in batches, and I did it as a way to experiment with content, be able to use it for other purposes, but it also gave me a really great global reach. And I decided that it was too much to do on a daily basis. So I took my podcast and turned them, the daily ones, into a weekly podcast. But I love it. And it's great marketing, again, because I'm actually all about visibility, low-cost marketing, and no-cost marketing, and strategies that what you can do to create a customized marketing plan that works for you without spending tons of money. Now, there are times where you might need some ads and things like that, but that's really not what we're talking about today. Today are the strategies really to stretch that marketing budget so you can meet your goals. I've worked with some big companies like the Globe, and I've been an NSA speaker. I still work with Comcast and Xfinity for 21 years now. I've been an MLB, Major League Baseball licensee. I've worked with the Red Sox. I've done all different kinds of things with big corporations. But really what happened was when I stopped working with them, I started working with smaller brands like me, brands like you, doing all kinds of things, whether you're realtors or physical therapists, or you own an insurance company, or whether you own, a bar studio, whether you might be a financial coach or a life coach, or maybe you're an expert and, you are a chiropractor. It could be or a lawyer, a certain particular kind of lawyer. I work with small business owners, experts, and consultants who really want to grow their business and brand, people just like you. So what I did was I learned from all the big guys, what are the strategies that they use, and then I put them, what I call put them through a funnel so that those same strategies can be used to you, only we tweak them down. So today we're going to be talking strictly about marketing. And again, seven ways to stretch your marketing budget. And we're going to do that because we want to tell the world that you are an expert, that you are the person that they should choose to work with, to hire, to consult with. You want to let people know whatever your expertise is, whatever your brilliance is, you want to share that in as many ways as possible without breaking the bank. Make sense? So what I want to do is talk to you about, even though things are different right now, right? I mean, the pandemic has created havoc. It's been challenging. Some people have really, a few people have done really well, not the majority, but a number of businesses have been able to figure it out and to morph or transform or revise their business model and marketing strategy. But what I think is the same old is not going to work at all, because it's going to give you the same old results. So what I like to do is to take a fresh look. I want us all to take a fresh look at your business. What's working, what's not working, what can be improved, what do you want to ditch because it's just, not relevant anymore. Some say that, you're 9 months ahead of your website. Well, I've worked with some clients that, their website is pretty old. And what you need to do is really stay current. So we need to take a fresh look at where you are now and a fresh look at really where you want to go for your personal and your business goals. The first thing that we always do, so here are our 7 tips. The first thing is always to create a customized marketing plan, right? To write a customized marketing and action plan for the year. And what I like to do is to implement strategies to meet goals for each 90-day period. So I wrote an article about the 12-week marketing year on my blog. And basically, once we have an idea of what we want to do for the full year, what we want to do is we want to take that and then we want to break it into chunks so that we'll know what we want to accomplish during a certain time period. Like, for example, now you might need one thing, but you might not need it during the summer. So we have to adjust our strategies and put it in a calendar, I say, for a 90-day period. Some people don't like to work like that. I think it's a great idea, but you can have a customized marketing plan, and the ones that we write are for what you do. You'll have, of course, all the very meaty information, but also then in your action plan, you'll know what to do every day, every week, every month, every quarter, one time only. And so then you'll have a complete list of what you need to do, when you need to do it, backed by all of the research and all of the different information that we might provide. So number one is create a customized marketing plan. Now, the other thing is that I'd like you to promote your business for free as best as possible, right? So what platforms will work to stretch your budget? Sure, it could be social media, Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or Pinterest. It could be a podcast. For example, my podcast, the Fast Marketing Minute, I'm able to repurpose in a lot of ways. Again, I have it also, it's repurposed to go onto YouTube, and then I'm able to manipulate it ways like that. Alexa skill, that's another way you might want to stretch your budget, or Instagram, or Google My Business. Think about Google My Business. It's free. Some of you might be using it, some of you not using it, but it is one of the greatest underutilized publicity and marketing tools out there. Do you know that there's AI, that there's apps that you can use, that you can load content onto Google My Business. You can put your frequently asked questions there. You can put media releases there. You can put press releases there. You can put video there. You can put your blogs up there. You can put your podcasts out there. And what the most important thing, probably besides all of that, to get this great organic ranking, because that's another way to promote your business for free, right? Is to get reviews. We'll talk about that in a little bit, because reviews are super important. Some of you might have a few reviews, maybe some of you have no reviews. I'm not sure, but I'm telling you that there are so many ways to promote your business for low cost or no cost marketing and PR. And again, that's my specialty. Okay, second thing you want to do is you want to create your own marketing channels, right? Your own media channels. So exactly what does that mean? Well, your website is your own. In other words, your own media channels means nobody's going to take it down. Now, some will take down your website if you don't pay your host, right? Your hosting company. But for the most part, think about your own media channels. They are so important because that's your website. That could be articles, that could be video, it could be different webinars that are your own /owned, OWNED, owned content. So if you have stuff on Facebook, or you have stuff on LinkedIn, or if you have content, on YouTube, they can still take you down if you do something that's not right. So what I like to say is to definitely create your own media channels. Again, articles, and that could be online brochures, it could be video, your website, it could be podcasts, it could be books, it could be infographics. All of these things are your owned media, and they will help you gain expertise, brand authority, and also let people know that you're the expert that you are. So that's number two, create your own media channels. Number three, share the love with Google. Here, I talked a little bit about Google My Business before. So this, for example, is from my Google business. I took a screenshot. I had 794 views. I have, at the time, 59 5-star Google reviews, which is great. And I also am not local. I am local, but I made my platform, I made my reach to be North America. And I did that because I'm consulting with people all over the country. So you can put your hours there. Again, you can put your Calendly link there. So that's where people can get in touch with me. I have my website there. I still have a lot of work to do on Google My Business. Remember, everything has to be refreshed and updated all the time, but I have a pretty strong holding, I feel, on my Google My Business page, and also the reviews help so much, plus the fact that my own content I'm writing every week, and I have a podcast, and I repurpose the podcast for YouTube. So I have a lot of organic content that's out there, and all of that organic content, plus how I optimize all of the content also makes a difference. So I have never paid for advertising at all. And I do this all by, of course, writing, by optimizing, by posting, and by being clear and consistent and mostly consistent with everything that I'm doing. Can I be better? Sure. Remember the 80-20 rule. Can we be perfect? Well, perfection, imperfection is perfection. There is no such thing as being perfect. So what I suggest is try the 80-20 rule. Do the best that you can. Have the strategies that work for you, for your goals, where you are today and where you want to go. Typically, when I work with clients, when they decide, say they want a customized marketing plan, what I would do for them is I would give them a marketing questionnaire, and they might say, oh my God, Robin, this is so many questions. And I just say, hey, think about all the things that you really want to do. I want to know, what's going on in your business. You don't have to tell me everything going on in your life, but if you're kind of looking to, work part-time or give a chunk of your work to an intern or an assistant, that's important to know too. So again, share the love with Google, and that is number 3 here on the spectrum. Number 4, gain expertise, right? Gain expert authority with PR. Free PR is amazing. It's amazing to get for your business. And you don't have to be a rocket science to be able to do it. So how can you gain free PR? Well, first of all, there are sites like Quora.com that you may or may not know about, and that's an expert platform. Now, Quora by itself is pretty interesting because people ask questions there, right? So you can find out, you can type in your keywords, you can find out what are the questions people are asking. Now, why would this be great to know? This would be great to know because you have content to write about or to speak about or to blog about. Next, what's great is you'll know who your competition might be because they could be answering some of the questions there. So it's a place where you can find out what's going on. You can see who your competitors are, and you can also research some content. So why would this also be important? Because you would then know what might be the trending topics. If they're trending topics and there's a lot of interest, you could write about it, or you could pitch about it. You could pitch a journalist, or, you would know also, or you could pitch a podcast, someone who hosts a podcast, for example, because you want to find out what's trending. Second one I have here, and I'll go quickly because we don't have all the time in the world. This is going to be kind of a quick run through. I have a bunch of these different webinars that I'm going to be hosting with the Lynn Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm really excited about it. We'll talk about a lot of different things, but this is just a quick run through on 7 ways to stretch the marketing budget. Here, Muckrack is the second one. We talk about Muckrack, and that's a site where you can sign up, and there's a freemium, meaning it's free, a trial period, and that's where you can find reporters that will be in your industry. Why would you want to know reporters? How can that help you stretch your marketing budget? Because those are the people that you can pitch for a story idea. New also, I read yesterday, I think, about Muckrack, is they're also going to be listing newsletter people that write newsletters, and that would be interesting to for information for you in case you wanted to pitch someone for a guest blog or something like that. Podcasts, of course, free publicity. I'll tell you, when I started my podcast, I got a $50 snowball mic. I watched 2 YouTube videos on how to use Audacity. It's a free program. And I had a little intro or stinger made for my Audacity. And now all I do is I write my content, I record my content, and then I post it. So I post it on Fast Marketing Minute. I post it on my email newsletter. I post it on YouTube. I post it to Google My Business and also to social media. Now, when you do this, you get lots of free publicity, right? So we're building brand, we're building credibility, we're building our expert authority, we're building our reputation, and we're letting people know that, yes, this is my topic. This is where I'm a subject matter expert. All of you out there are subject matter experts on one or more particular topics. Now, we can't, be an expert on everything. I mean, maybe you think you are, but it's not a good idea to promote that you're an expert at everything. Pick a niche or two or something that align with each other. Sometimes people have two totally different things that they do. And oftentimes I suggest that we make sort of two brand identities, or you can umbrella it depending on what you have. TV, again, pitching local TV. I'll talk about LinkedIn, of course. LinkedIn is amazing. Think about your profile, your keywords, your posting there. You can take your blogs and you can make them articles and publish articles there. You have forums for groups. Medium is another place where you can get a lot of publicity and post your articles there. Newsjacking. Newsjacking is where something's going on in the press, something's going on in the world, and your company or you have something to say about it. So there's like sort of a short window, like within 72 hours, 48 to 72 hours, where you'll be able to content. And then my favorite of all, where you can get the greatest publicity, and that's here with Haro, H-A-R-O. It's called helpareporter.com. I think it's helpareporter.com or helpareporterout.com. Can't remember. But we'll go into it in a little bit. Basically, you want to sign up for this. It's great. And I have gotten so much free publicity here. So basically you sign up, you get a ton of emails a day, or you can get them once a week, or you can manage it. And then what you'll do is they're in categories. So it might be business, it might be medical, it might be, general, it might be technical, technology, whatever. I tend to answer the business one. So I've been featured so many times. In fact, one time around Christmas time, I was working on a pay it forward project, and I got listed twice in 1 week in USA Today. And I found out when I was scuba diving with my daughters down in the Caribbean, but it was crazy just because I answered a pitch, and it was amazing. So this Haro is absolutely great. If you want to ask questions later about it, I have templates that I can send you. Again, it comes out every day. You want to find the queries that are best suited to you, make them short, make them sweet. My template's a good one. It's been very successful. And then you can use your published links and your published work, share it on social, share it with your investors, share it with your clients, share it with your prospects. It's bragging rights, but without really bragging. In this week's Robin's Rainmakers, my blog, I talked about, ways that you can promote yourself without bragging. But this Haro, when you're published, it's great. And you can use the logos on your website if that's something that resonates with you. I don't know what your brand is. We have a lot of different people that are going to be watching this webinar or that are on the webinar right now. So it really depends on what you're looking to do, how you're looking to promote your business and build your brand and grow your business. And most importantly, fill that lead funnel, fill your lead funnel, fill your sales funnel. Because if you're an entrepreneur and you don't have sales, that's not a good thing. So what we want to do is get you as much publicity, as many call to actions as possible, and really have the phone ringing or get online orders or have people inquire or make appointments with you. Okay, next, media releases. This is another really awesome way to get free publicity and also have people find out about you. So I did some grant work with Pentucket Bank. And what's great about this, for example, they send out press releases or media releases quite frequently. So media releases are great for a number of reasons. Again, you optimize them, of course, the way you write them. You want to share news, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. They're great because you can post them on your newsroom. If you have a newsroom on your website, or what's new, you could feature them in articles. They are awesome for organic search ranking as well. And again, you can share them with prospects and customers and vendors. Your vendors want to know that they're working with someone who's with it, who's awesome, who's up to great things, and so do your customers. They want to work with people that are really up to something. So a media release is something that's great. And also media releases can be, depending on your stage of business and what you're looking to do, can be also used as part of a media kit. So I have some experts and consultants and authors, for example, that I work with, and they want a media kit. So a media kit, this could be current media releases could be used in them, as well as, a great headshot, a professional high-def headshot. You could have, graphics in there, your logo in there, blogs, articles, links to all that kind of cool stuff as well. Oops, sorry. What can you talk about? So I have this link here, what you can talk about, tiny URL, which is a great thing to do, and great pitch ideas. So what can you talk about in a press release or to email a reporter? So you can talk about something that's happened to you. You can talk about data. You can talk about sharing new products. You can talk about statistics. You can talk about a resource, all kinds of things. So check out this link. It's you can get it through Press Farm. Press Farm's really interesting. They've got some cool templates that you can take a look at that you could customize. I also have a press release or media release template that I can send you if you're interested in that as well. It's archived in my blog, but happy to send it, and it works all the time. So, your press releases don't have to be, written like War and Peace. They're about what you're doing, the 5 W's. You want to make sure that they go out not on a Monday, not on a Friday, any other time, and that you'll keep it. Again, it's information about you, and when they're posted, again, that's great for organic search ranking for you. So press releases, pitch ideas, these are all ways that you can stretch your marketing budget. Here, newsjacking. I talked a little bit about it before. When Brad Pitt was single, they had something in the paper, that you could fly to. I think it was New Orleans. I don't remember where he was single, so you could fly there. There was a fried chicken crisis in England. Excuse me. And so they posted something where, they mentioned the crisis. They talked about KFC crisis, and they said, hey guys, come in and get some of our fried chicken. So this is if something's going on. It takes a little bit of getting used to do, but once you start this newsjacking process, it's pretty easy. And the awesome thing about this is that you get to build a relationship with a reporter. And that's very important because reporters are people just like everybody else, but you want to build a bond with them, and you don't want to just pitch them out of the blue. By the way, what you want to do is you want to check them out. You want to read their information. You want to read some of their recent articles that they might have written. And especially if you're going to be pitching them, you don't want to pitch them something that has happened that they have done within the last 30 or 60 days, unless it's newsjacking, of course. So that would be important to do. You always want to do your homework. You don't want to appear that, you know, that you're an amateur. You want to share great news. You want to newsjack on something that you might be an expert at, or that your company can definitely comment on. Another way to stretch your marketing budget. I don't know if any of you folks are using Canva. I love Canva. It's a user-friendly, free design tool. Now, I use it for a number of reasons. So I wrote some of these things here. I designed these books over a glass of wine at night, so it's not that hard to do. And what I love about it is there's a free version that I used for years and years and years. I've just recently upgraded to the, I think it's $10 a month, because I'm doing more graphics. So what I love about Canva is that you can upload all your brand information and your colors, of course, you know, your hex codes. But what I like about it too is that in my blogs and where I'm writing, I always have an image. Oh, by the way, this week, if anybody's looking, deposit photos. There's a site called appsumo.com, appsumo.com. They have a special for deposit photos. And deposit photos is one of the many photo websites that I use. It's a paid site, but they're selling 100 photos for 39 cents each, which is a pretty good deal. So I think I'm probably going to buy another 100. But anyway, that was just a little deal that's going on now that I read about. But anyway, this Canva, you can upload photos, you can put graphics on them, you can do infographics, you can do brochures, you can do banners, you can do those like Facebook social media covers, so many different things. And again, I use the $10 or $12 model, I think it is, but check it out if you're not using it. It's easy to do, it's free, and it's pretty amazing. Now you can also find some Canva alternatives that's on the web, that's on, you know, you could Google it and find others too. There's a lot of them. As a matter of fact, whenever I mention Canva, I get lots of queries from other companies to say, oh, will you put my link in there? And a lot of times I do. So this is one way to do it with Canva. It's a friendly design tool and it's awesome. Okay. With Canva, you're also able to, you know, have photos and take them. For example, the Dance First one was one that I uploaded, and I had it on my Instagram feed. Also, this is just some of the ways that you can use the photos, or you can put the photos up there. But this is just happens to be one of the pages on my Instagram feed that, you know, is brand, that is with my brand. Even though it's a personal page, it's still my brand, and about all the things that I'm interested in, whether it's travel or speaking or different contests going on or motivation. The one up on the right happens to be my daughter. She was getting married up in Wolfboro, New Hampshire. So anyway, so many things you can do with this Canva. So cool. And the free version's amazing. Okay, next, shoot videos, right, with your iPhone. What does this mean? Well, first of all, short form videos are trending big time. Everybody is using video. 87% of marketers are using video right now. So that means that you should probably be using video as well. Now, you can boost your video content with frequently asked questions. So what does that mean? That means that, like, for example, I shot all of these with my iPhone, and then I had thumbnails made. So I'm able now, I have these, I put them in my newsletter at times, I have them on my YouTube channel, and then I have them also on my website. Also, what you're able to do is you're able to, you know, obviously include the text, and that text also will be optimized with keywords. Another thing that you're able to do with these FAQs, in short video, shooting videos, honestly, iPhone, Android, if it's something really big, yes, of course, please, hire a videographer or a video team to do something for you. But a lot of things now are behind the scenes. So it's behind the scenes. You can take video of, you can do customer testimonials, really, really important to do with the video. You can do product demos, product demonstrations with video. You could just do a short little snippet. You can have videos also, you can take videos and you can do a short little PowerPoint presentation on video. The point is that videos really extend and expand your brand. And if you're going to be shooting videos, and you're going to be doing it often, you might want to also use captions. But my next slide is about this FAQ. So the benefit of the FAQ. So an FAQ page on your website, for example, is really, really great for organic search. It's a good place to try to capture voice search queries also. So you know all about voice search, where someone will say, hey, Siri, what's the best, why would I want to, what's the benefit of a press release? And what you want to do is, I didn't quite catch that. That's so funny. Please repeat it? They just said, will you repeat that? That's hilarious. Sorry. I didn't get that. Sorry. Could you try again? No, I won't try again. Okay. So the other thing is you want to use keywords to see what's trending. And FAQs also can be selected by Google as featured snippets. Now, you can find out about snippets if you have Yoast or something like that. But whatever you're doing for your FAQs, you want to write them with authority and 40 to 90 words max. And that's important to do. And FAQs provide content ideas for a deeper dive. So you want to listen to the questions, like say the 10 to 15 questions that your customers or your prospects are asking. You want to then create a video perhaps for each different one. Then you can take those videos and you can put them on your website. You can put them on YouTube. You can put them on other places as well. And then the questions that you want to take some of those questions, ones that get asked most frequently. What you'll want to do is then you can take a deep dive and write a bigger or a more complex blog or article or something about it. So and if it's trending and a lot of people are asking it, it would be something, of course, that you would want to write, promote, share on social media, turn into an article, write a special report, whatever it might be. So when you have these FAQs, again, you want to post them on YouTube or whatever other video channels you might be using, and optimize like crazy with keywords, descriptions and links and contact info. So I'm not sure whether you know this, but this is a really cool fact, is that there are 5,000 characters you can use in your video description. So you want to make sure that you have optimized, that you optimize them with your keywords. You have the links to either landing pages or your website, and you give everybody, in everything that you do, you have a call to action. You don't want to confuse people with a million call to actions, but you want to have a minimum of one, or maybe they want to follow you on social, or maybe they want to, download this for special report, free ebook, whatever. So FAQs are great, but more than the FAQ, it's video. Short form video is trending like crazy. So definitely use it in what you're doing here. Speaking gets business. Number 7. Speaking just doesn't have to be speaking at a, meet and greet. Speaking can be like what we're doing right now. Virtual presentations. It can be webinars. It could be panels. It could be where for example, I got a call yesterday from one of my networking groups, networking groups that I'm involved with. And I was asked, would I do a presentation for them? And again, that would be something that would be by Zoom or whatever, Google Meet or whatever it's going to be. So speaking gets business because of a number of reasons. First of all, you're in front of an audience as an expert. You have an ability for people to see more than just a picture. So you have an opinion of me, whether you like me or don't like me. I'm smart, I know what I'm talking about, or I don't. But you already have this impression of me, and that's really important. Especially if you're going to be speaking in front of a group of people that could really benefit by your services. So speaking, virtual presentations, all really important. And don't think, please, that you need to be a super polished speaker. That's not true. I think that if you really want to speak or you want to be better at speaking, Toastmasters. I started with Toastmasters a long time ago. If you would tell me then that I would ever be doing presentations or in front of a room, I would say absolutely not. But then I got some help with the New England Speakers Association. They're an awesome group to join. And you just need practice. And the other thing is you can't, it's okay to make mistakes. It's you that you are the person that someone is listening to, and they came because they have a reason to want to listen to you because you have expertise. So speaking is awesome. You can, again, get leads, you can promote it on social media. And also when you're working with another brand or company like the Greater Lynn Chamber of Commerce, they're also promoting me as well. So you widen your reach and you get more exposure. And if you're able then to take it and use that on social media and then make contents or make contacts or have an offer or follow up or provide free information and downloads, you are in business because you are offering a service. You are of service to your community. So speaking is just one way to connect with people. Reviews, I mentioned this as a bonus point, because reviews get so much business. Again, customer reviews are free marketing. So how can we get more reviews? We need to have some kind of a system to get them, right? So we can use Google My Business. You grab the link from Google My Business, you customize it. So it might be, how is mine? I think mine's robinsamora.com/Google-review or something like that. So you can do that with your URL. You can have people, depending on what your business is, of course, you can have people, write reviews on Facebook. You can get reviews on Nextdoor. If you are a local business and are doing business locally, Nextdoor as well as Alignable are two places that you might want to check out. Now with Facebook, you can really target a small audience if you're going to be boosting any posts or doing ads. If you're a realtor, Zillow, super important, or realtor.com, super important. And just a little hint, if there are any realtors on this call, when you, when you're able, what you can do is you can also, when you go on some of these sites, like I think it's realtor.com, if you change one little thing or a few words, like every few days, your ranking goes up. And so there's so many different ways. But anyway, back to the reviews. TripAdvisor, Houzz if you're in the design, decorating, staging. Yelp. I have mixed feelings about Yelp. Sometimes they try to, have you pay a lot of money. Sometimes it's absolutely worth it. But myself, I love Google My Business because if people, for example, are going to be searching for, like say, a marketing or PR expert, they're probably not going to go to Facebook. They'll probably go to Google My Business, to Google, and then search me. So search for me or search for my keywords, whatever they might be. And LinkedIn, again, it's not exactly reviews, but you can recommend people. And you know, the law, the circle of karma is, you know, when you recommend someone, they will most likely recommend you. So I always encourage people to take a few minutes each week, 15 minutes, right? If we're not talking about blocking out time right now, but if we took 15 minutes and recommended 3 people, right? They could then recommend you. So it's important, especially if you're in the B2B space. So what's going to be your action plan with all of this information, right? 2018 was pretty good. 2019, way better. Whoa, what a dip in 2020. And now we're back up almost mid-year, soon to be mid-year in 2021. So you can't do this without a plan. So you have to think about, what is your plan? What do you want? Where do you want to go? What's working? What's not working? And that's what these 7 ways to stretch your marketing budget are all about. It's about creating a strategy, creating a customized marketing plan for you, because you don't need more time in your day, really. You just need to decide. I was a guest expert at We Boss Boston for entrepreneurs, and this was one of my Instagram posts, and it's exactly true. Seth Godin, genius, right? You don't need more time in your day. You just need to decide. So I wanted to thank everybody for coming. I will give every single person on this call a complimentary marketing assessment. Here's my calendar link if you'd like to reach me, or my email. And I just wanted to say, whoa, that my next webinar is about how to get Massachusetts marketing grants, and it's on June 17th. What the state Commonwealth is doing right now is that you're able to get, if you have a payroll, and if you're in good standing with the state, with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you can apply for an express grant. Some of my clients are doing that now, which is pretty amazing. And they get 50% reimbursement from Massachusetts for marketing, training, and services. So that's it. I'm happy to take any questions, and I am truly grateful for you being on this call. And I hope in some ways that some of these tips have helped you, and I'm happy to have a discussion with you and give you a complimentary assessment if that's what you might like.
Thank you so much, Robin. And again, if anyone has any questions, please leave them in the chat right now. We will be following up with an email with a link to this recorded webinar. We'll also send out the PDF of the slides. I'll send Robin's information for anyone who would like to get in direct contact with her, and the link to register for the next webinar on June 17th. And other than that, again, if you have anyone that you know who could benefit from this information, forward them the link once you get that email from us. We'll be posting it into our Facebook page, and it will be on the website as well. So,
excellent.
Thank you so much, Robin.
Yeah, you're welcome. Are there any questions? I just wanted to say about another free marketing tip that I've come across, and that was also, I wrote it about on my blog, but Staples now, and if you want, I'll send you the link, or you could do it with your own Staples, but Staples now has it where you can create a profile on their directory, and it will give you super super SEO link juice to be able to link your website with the Staples mega brand. I have a link that I'm able to share with anybody if they're interested in doing it. And I just say, all the links you can get, all the juice that you can get, this is all free, which is amazing. And low-cost marketing absolutely works. So
definitely. Well, thank you, Robin. And for anybody who's watching this online afterwards, if you want the information sent to you as well, the PDFs of the slides, you can email info@greaterlynchamber.com, and we will get you that information. And we don't have any questions, so I think that's a good thing. I think that means that you covered everything that people were looking to get from you. So if you think of any questions afterwards, again, we'll be sending Robin's information so that you can contact her directly.
Perfect. And I really appreciate the opportunity. I'm super excited about the next webinar as well. That's going to be.
We are too.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. And thank you, Robin.
Did we have a question with
Hi,
Sue?
Sue.
So actually, I'm so interested in that marketing grant on June 17th, but I did set an appointment with you on May 20th, but if you could just send me your info, I'd be happy to talk with you. I'm so interested in that.
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, great. All right, everybody, talk soon, and thank you again
Thank
for
you.
joining me.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.